Hello, this is Michaela, or Studious Octopus, and I'm here today doing my last GlossyBox catch-up. This is for May 2018. This is the Daydreamer set. It was the lovely, very pretty packaged clouds and silver shimmer and lavender paper. Very nice, very pretty. So I've had a chance to have a really good go at some items and only a little bit of a go at others, so I'll go through each one. I didn't get a chance actually to do the foot soak. I'm sure it'll be nice, one of those sort of one-off treats like a face mask, but for the feet I will use it, I just haven't gotten around to it. I think the only thing with this is my gut feeling is that this isn't the sort of thing that I'm going to go out and like bulk buy to get it delivered to my house to be able to do once a week. It would be the sort of thing that I'd have to see it in like my local shop and go on, then I'll do that like this week or this month. And it is always that, is it readily available to me, which I think I've mentioned for a couple of products. I do think that really helps, which I suppose part of that will depend on where you live. If you live somewhere where there's one shop where you can get your beauty stuff, that's just not going to happen. But there we go. That was the foot soak, which was only $4.99, which I don't think is actually a terrible price. It looks like quite a fun sort of once in a while type product. The next two items were the Maria Neela True Soft Conditioner and True Soft Shampoo. These were $3.98 for the shampoo and $4.99 for the conditioner. These are travel sizes that you can buy. They're vegan and cruelty free, contain argan oil, sulfate and paraben free, and they are for the Maria Neela line. A lot of them are for helping your hair if it's coloured, which isn't a concern for me, but that is one of the main things they did. The thing I found is that I feel like it's making my hair feel drier and drier and drier as I use it. I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, but I feel like my hair feels drier. And I know it's starting to get a little warmer and a little sunnier, so that's possibly having a little bit of a knock-on effect. But I just feel like proportionately, for some reason, I feel like my hair is much, much drier using these shampoos and conditioners. And I don't think I would go for it again for that reason, which is a shame because it's like on the face of it, it has all the things that, you know, you want from a shampoo and conditioner. Interesting to try, nice to try. They do seem like they have really lovely formulas, but I think this is just going to be one of those ones where it's just not quite for me. That happens sometimes. I have also been using my Moroccan oil hair oil. I actually use it every time after I wash and sort of do my hair, and my hair still feels dry, which is why I'm a bit concerned about them drying. That's a bit of a shame. Next up was the Trifle Cosmetics Praline palette, which I did have a little bit of a go of. Not a lot. It is very pretty. I do think the colours are really, really lovely. I still feel like these pans are kind of annoyingly recessed. And with this sort of slightly sheeny, slightly satiny colour and sort of formula, I think a lot of people quite like putting them on sometimes with their fingers, like when you're finishing off an eye look and you've done sort of the base and the shape and all the extra bits and pieces, you might want to finish it off with like a pop of colour, which can go on really well if you use your fingers, but it's just like they're so recessed and kind of awkward. Like, I do think the palette could be slightly better designed. And then the other main thing I do feel, which I think I said about the Makeup Revolution, was it the Mermaids and Unicorn palette, is that these are very nice palettes, but they're not very standalone. You kind of need to supplement it with another palette, which is always a bit, it makes you reach for something less often. And there's a reason sort of the very wearable, very easy to use across palettes are popular, because you can do whole looks with them and they might end up being a bit samey, but you can just reach for that one palette and do it, and it's easy if you just need to do it and go somewhere. Whereas something like this, you're going to have to reach for a base, and you're going to have to probably reach for something that will be a darker contrast or a lighter contrast as well, because most of these colours are sort of single standalone colours. Maybe if you were going for that, I'm going to put a single colour on my lid and leave it at that, but I don't think a lot of people do that. So yeah, it's very, very pretty and very cute, and I love the colour and the pigmentation. I think those are cool, but the design of the palette is not ideal, and it's very much you would supplement this with other things, which I think is true for most sort of colourful palettes. You do usually need to either have them have base and blending shades within them, which makes them bigger palettes, obviously, or you just have them under the assumption that you're going to have to use your neutral palette alongside this. So that's that. And this was $15.55. And like I said, I don't think these are terrible. I like all of the things that sort of Trifle Cosmetics and Jelly Pong Pong and So Susan sort of go for, where they care a lot about what's being put in the formula and that's what you're paying for. And I do also quite like a lot of the time that they're quite small items for someone who doesn't use lots and lots and lots of makeup. If I get just a giant palette, I'm never gonna go through it all. Anyway, and then the last item was the Squishy, the sort of the two-stage cleanser, which I do think these are almost more of a novelty than anything, but it is nice. It does work. I do think it works very well to take off makeup, and I assume that's really the oil component at work, because usually when I am taking off at least quite heavy makeup, I will just use an oil cleanser. I won't even really bother with a regular cleanser. And this sort of has that element of oiliness. And this is £10.50. Again, actually, I think this, I probably more feel about this like I do with the foot thing, because this sort of toner makeup remover is a much more, it's an item you want to be able to grab on an everyday basis around you if you need a new one. If this isn't in my local shop, chances are I'm not going to buy it again. Maybe that's just me. But this was the box. It was a £40 value box. I do think it's still a really, really lovely box. It's just you never know until you try the items whether you're going to find that something just isn't suitable for you, like the shampoo and conditioner, which is about £10 worth of the box anyway, and that everything else is quite nice, but it's not ideal, and maybe you wouldn't go out and get it again. So that was the catch-up for GlossyBox May 2018. And I do still think I've made the right decision in cancelling and not going ahead with GlossyBox. Part of that I do feel is just like, because I've had it so long, it feels less new and exciting, which isn't even necessarily GlossyBox's fault. It's just having a service for 4 years. I think that's just what's happened. I still haven't yet decided what I'm going to move on to. I have been tempted to try Birchbox, and I have actually been tempted to try a subscription service that's just not beauty related at all, so we will see what happens. It's not going to be this month, but I will probably decide something in the next 2 months. Yeah, so that's that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Hello, this is Michaela, or Studious Octopus. I just didn't manage to record the first few minutes there because my camera hadn't started recording when I thought. It's just from the demo. We've got John Phillips, Caroline Phillips, and Emma Phillips. But are we going to save the fish?